and welcome to my channel. I am Stephanie. This is the week 36, September the 4th through September 10th weekly wrap up. Okay, as you can see, I am in the car. We are back at swim practices. I was actually going to walk tonight and then just wait and do this recording later, but it's raining. And the rain has decided not to stop at any point in time. So yeah, that's where I'm at on that. So I'm just going to sort of jump into everything. There's really no life things going on except for the fact that spring or swim practice is back on. And I decided to try and join a carpool, and that's fairly interesting, except for, yeah, there's only like two of us, and we've been friends for a while, and it's really interesting because I feel like an Uber driver where you don't talk to your passengers. Like I don't talk to my kid. I don't talk to the kid that I'm driving. And yeah, I feel like an Uber driver. It's loads of fun. Anyways, let's get to the books that I did read last week, starting it off with Text to Lovers, which is Two Lovers #1 by Webster and J.D. Hollyfield. I'm placing this in romantic comedy, and I'm giving this 4.5 stars. I initially gave this 5 stars when I first read it as an ARC in 2017. Giving it 4 Steam fans. Had it as an audiobook this time, and let me tell you guys that yeah, I took the half a star off because of the weird like wording for some of the things, and in light of some of the issues that have come up with Webster as an author, I'm just like, ooh, I like really want to ask. I would really love to like interview either Webster and or J.D. Hollyfield to find out, you know, who wrote which parts and things like that, because in this story we have, let me get back to what the story is about. We have Danny, we have Ram. Danny breaks up with her boyfriend and she decides she's gonna get drunk. Woo! Sorry. Although she is this like goody two shoes kind of Christmas loving female, and in that she decides that when she's gonna get drunk, she gets drunk with her friend, her best friend at this bar, and the two of them end up drunk dialing or drunk texting her supposed ex-boyfriend, but come to find out it is Ram, and he is this guy that got fired from his job because of a woman. And ooh, wow. I think initially when I read this book, because I did it with my physical eyes, like I said, I had an ARC back in 2017. I didn't pick up on the fact that our villain of this book is a black female. And I don't like the way that she was portrayed. Like at all whatsoever. I was like, no, I'm not feeling that whatsoever. There were just like little phrases that felt very microaggressive. And I was like, not feeling it. And then there were some things in there that were like describing her skin, but at the same time giving her very white characteristics. And I was like, like I said, I would love to find out which author wrote it. And with the controversy that's going on, I'm just like, who decided to do that? Other than those like minor things, I still really enjoyed the story of Danny and Ram, how they got together over drunk text and ended up making this into a relationship. I will say that there are content warnings for depression that is mentioned but never really resolved or further discussed in this story. There is cancer of a parent, or a parent that has cancer discussion, and just kind of the whole weird BIPOC villain situation going on. So, yeah. Then I ended up reading the second book because I had decided I was going to read the entire series because, like I said, I arc read for this entire series back when they came out in 2017. So the second book is Hate Two Lovers, which is Two Lovers number 2 by Webster and J.D. Hollyfield, placing this in rom-com, giving it 4.5 stars still. I think I dropped that one down a half a star as well. Gave it 4 Steam fans, had it as an audiobook this time. And this is an unexpected pregnancy. Knew that when I was going into it, really enjoyed that aspect of it. We have Andy, who is the best friend from the last book, and Roman, who is the brother from the last book. And the two of them, you knew they were going to get together throughout the book and things like that. And you were just like, okay, yep, they're super, super hot and steamy. Definite, like, a hate situation. Even though it's weird why they hate each other, it's just that they have walls up, so it's almost not like a hate, because neither one of them wronged each other. It was just that they both had walls up from the emotional scarring from their childhoods that left them feeling abandoned, having abandonment issues, some insecurities and things like that. So there's that one. I still enjoyed it. Very quick reads. So to wrap that all up, I read the third book, which is Thieves, Two Lovers number 3 by Webster and J.D. Hollyfield, placing it in rom-com still. Giving this one 3.5 stars because I think I gave it 4 stars before, but for some reason, I don't know that I guess I didn't write a review for it, so I don't know what I really liked about it before, but it was just a meh book for me. So we are following Rayne and Link. Rayne is Roman and Ram's sister, younger sister, and then Link is Andy's stepbrother, so we have to deal with that whole kind of situation going on there. This book has content warnings for domestic violence, for enabling, for debts, for secret relationships, and trying different fetishes and kinks. So if you're not ready to dive into that whole discussion of different kinks and what people like in the bedroom behind closed doors and things like that, then this may not be the book for you. I didn't remember, like I said, what I liked about this one before. I did like Link, but then on this second read, I was like, why do I like Link? Because something rubbed me the wrong way about him. And Rayne just seemed really, really whiny, and I wanted to like knock her upside the head with the whole domestic violence sort of situation going on. I was just like, whoa, and how her brothers didn't notice, or her being a people pleaser and things like that, was just like, it was weird. It was just weird. I don't know. It is what it is. So then I read Takedown, which is Take number 2 by Evelyn Sola, placing this in interracial contemporary, giving it 4.25 stars, giving it 3.5 Steam fans. Had this as an ebook through KU. This is a Black author. There is content warnings for family issues, generational trauma, for forced proximity, blending families together, and things like that. So we have Melly and we have Adam. This book actually comes in a different order than I thought it was going to be for the Take series. This follows Adam, who is the brother of 2 of the characters from the first book. And it threw me off because I just knew that I was going to get the story of our main female character from the first book, her sister story with Colt, which is actually book number 3. So this book is Melly, and she has terrible mother-daughter relationship and things like that. And come to find out, Melly is actually connected to one of Evelyn's other series. I think it's called the Chance series. I think that's what it's called. But she has a connection over there. And I guess more information about their family dynamic is revealed on that side, because you have two characters that Melly's brother and sister-in-law are very prevalent in this book that have their own story. So I enjoyed it. It felt a little long for me, and I kind of got lost in the middle, but I did enjoy it, and you know, things like that. So then I moved on to the third book in the Take series, which is Takeoff, by Evelyn Sola, placing this in interracial contemporary, giving it 4 stars, giving it 3 Steam fans, ebook, KU, Black author. And this one has content warning for generational trauma. And this is a single dad or single parent relationship, and there's family hurt and things like that. Like I said, this is Colt and Vicky's story, which I thought was going to be book number 2, but it ended up being book number 3. Colt is a famous NBA star who's a single parent, and he is a mama's boy, and it kind of drove me a little wild with how often or how much discussion was brought into him and his mother's, like, wanting to matchmake him and things like that with his dead wife's sister. And I was just like, eh. It almost touched on some racial issues, but then it didn't. It kind of like tapped at him and then it backed away from him. I do think that this book was a little longer than it needed to be. A lot of the middle sort of day-to-day things could have been pulled out, but I found myself kind of like drifting from the storyline and just wanting it sort of to be over with. I think I got to like 200 pages and I was like, we're not done. We're not done yet. We're only at the 50% mark. What else can happen? What else needs to happen, you know? And then by the end of it, I was like, ooh, a lot of that middle stuff, a lot of Vicky's sort of insecurities and things like that could have been like dealt with a little bit differently. The story is mainly about Colt and his family and his generational trauma and dealings with his family members and his career and things like that. I felt that Vicky was kind of lost in the sauce of it all. I realized that she was a teacher, and it was just a weird sort of, she seemed like a secondary character in this book. So that's all this that. I finished the week off by reading Love Me Again, which is Stonewall Investigations, Blue Creek, #1 by Max Walker. Placing this in queer romance, giving it 2.5 stars, and that's generous. Giving it 3.5 Steam fans. I don't think I am the right demographic for this book. Listen to it as an audiobook thanks to Hoopla, and it only has one narrator. So being that we have 2 male characters, it didn't feel like I was getting 2 voices. They very much seemed the same voice, and it was weird how the chapter headings would be like their first and last name, and I was like, that's weird. That's weird. Why do I don't, is his last name really integral? Are their last names really integral into the story? No, it's not. So okay, that's weird. But we have Austin, we have Charlie. They knew each other when they were in college. However, Charlie has an accident where he has amnesia and loses pretty much all of the years that he was with Austin. So when Austin moves back to their small town where they met and fell in love and things like that, we hear a lot about Austin is like, why am I giving him a chance? Why am I giving him a chance? He did me so wrong, this and that. And it is very LGBTQIA gives a lot of explaining. So pretty much everything that you can think of is in this small town. And then I went and looked at some of the reviews, and this is supposed to be set in Vermont, and a lot of the reviews are like, this doesn't feel like Vermont small town. And I'm just like, wow, yeah, maybe not even Vermont, not any small town that I know of that has like a gay bar, a gay stripper club, a, you know, all this, just so much LGBTQIA representation in a small town, where there's also ultra conservatism and things like that. So it didn't feel like it was balanced to me. Like I said, I listened to this as an audiobook, and sadly the narrator's voice either put me to sleep, or it was the story that just kind of bored me to sleep. I would wake up at certain moments, like super sexy moments, and I was just like, maybe this is not for me. So yeah. I mean, I don't read a lot of male loving male romances because it feels very fetishized, and the community has spoken about, you know, people writing that type of stuff, but this is a author that is part of that community that is using their experiences. So it was like, okay, so this is sort of how the world is in his experiences coming out, and it felt weird to me to like it, and things like that. And then there's a mystery that was on top of it, and I was just like, what? Okay, this is weird. So yeah, that's how I ended my week. So what am I currently reading? I am currently reading Chicks, Man by J.D. Hollyfield, My Famous Frenemy, which is the Greene Family #6 by Piper Rayne, as well as a Greene Family Vacation novella within the Greene Family by Piper Rayne, and a couple other books that I can't think of right now, but I am reading a couple other books. I did receive an ARC for Corinne Michael's newest book that's coming out, so I will be reading that. It's this one right here, and I'm super excited. So other than that, that is what my reading week looked like, and things. Yeah, that's it. That's all. That's all that I have going on. Oh, besides the fact that I had to find a job. Um, I know I've said it in other videos. I'm saying it in my August wrap up video. Um I will be releasing the past videos for the weekly wrap ups. So if you want a chance to watch those and wasn't able to join my Patreon, then you'll be able to see them now. I don't know. I don't have a schedule for when I'll be releasing them or anything like that, but they will be coming out sporadically. So if there's a book that you're waiting for, just know that it might be coming up soon to be released, and you get to hear my full thoughts and feelings for that. Other than that, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel, my author suggestion form, as well as my let me introduce you author interest form are in the description box as well. My Patreon, my PayPal, and all my other social links are down in the description box for you guys to connect with me everywhere. So other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in another video.